Welcome to the real Paris by night. You know what's coming. This is Buddy by night. Yeah, I've waited a long time to say it. But in my defense, and minus the lame joke aside, this is the most appropriate place to say it because this is the Vietnamese district, District 13, Paris. We're gonna find a bunch of Vietnamese things and people and all the good stuff as well. So join me. I'm Kyle, by the way. Let's go. So let's go. In fact, oh, you know what? Let's go meet two very interesting people who are Vietnamese and they've lived in this area for 30 plus years. In fact, before 1975. So let's go meet them. Hi. Hello.
Hello. Chào.
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 Chào. I don't know what
Ngồi
bonjour means.
Perfect. An awkward start. Hang and T have been in France since 1973.
Vietnamese people in France in an accounting office. Wow. Oh yeah, no, let's go eat something.
Vietnamese people living in France have had a long history stemming back to colonial periods. Paris was a place to be for high-profile professionals who often ended up staying. In more contemporary times, many students studied abroad and ended up staying after the fall of Saigon. District 13 is the hub for Vietnamese food. In fact, there could be as many as 30,000 plus Vietnamese people living in Paris and hundreds of thousands of more in the entire country, making France the primary European host country for the South Vietnamese diaspora.
Okay, so T and Hang have brought me to this place called Dong Tam. It's a little bit loud in here. It's a typical Chinese Vietnamese restaurant, and I got some black chicken gadeng, right? It's called gadeng. And the story behind that is looks like a very Vietnamese dish, and it is, right? But it originated with African people because a lot of the exchange students before 1975 didn't have any restaurants or any Vietnamese food to eat. So they discovered this dish, and it's actually very similar to cơm gà. And in fact, there's fried bananas here as well. And I'm just gonna try it, right? You told me that they had like a spicy,
and dry with the coconut.
oh, very very Vietnamese-esque in that sense, right? So I'm gonna try it. Okay, so it's like a grilled chicken. Oh, okay. Oh man, that's spicy. So the Vietnamese really miss the chili found back home in Vietnam. The chili is so spicy, it's burning my mouth. But the chicken is good. It's just like a regular chicken dish. It has some great stuff, and yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Huge portions, really big. Right? I don't know if I can finish all of this, but this is great stuff. Let's try the banana. No, there you go. Yeah. Ở đâu mà đây có nhãn vậy? Nhãn ở đâu mà ra?
Nhãn ngọt.
Từ hộp ra. Từ hộp ra.
So the chicken is good, but what about the pho? There were some really bad pho, but also some really good pho. But of course, it's not going to be exactly what you expect. I mean, what's up with the spoon here? But the veggies were good and available. That's important with pho, you know. Don't take veggies for granted.
Okay, the noodles here, much better. Then again, this is not a comparison, right? This is the quest to find good pho in Paris. I knew it was possible. I think we found it. Remember, I'm comparing because that's the standard that I know, and that's likely the standard that you know as well if you're watching this from America. But this is really good. The meat is a lot better. You have more variety of meat compared to a Tai Chin bowl. So I recommend the special. It's not so salty. The noodles are better. The broth is great, spot on. This feels like Southern California, where the best pho is from. But then again, I'm biased.
Then again, maybe I was biased because I got recognized at only this pho restaurant.
I watching your video like all the time on YouTube. When I was in France like 2 years ago, and I'm missing my country, and then I just come to YouTube for check it your video or something like this. You make me feel like in my country. You know?
You're talking about old boy, right? Not me.
Yeah, and I talk about own boy, not you, man.
Okay, so that was definitely satisfactory. Now, is there a pho 12?
Okay, no more night cards. It's story time now.
Mua đi mà tao cấm mày đi đó, mày có khóc mày không có được về nữa không? Mày về là tao đánh mày chết. Tại vì mày đi làm tốn tiền, tốn nong cha mẹ mà mày khóc mày về là tại vì mẹ có thấy có cảnh người khác đi về khóc đi về rồi. Thành ra là không có được. Nó dạ con xin con không có đi, con không có về. Nó thành ra là nó đi luôn đó.
Đi luôn là không bao giờ về luôn.
Không về. Wow. Nhưng mà nói thật đó, lúc mà đi đó sướng lắm, đi 3 tháng đầu sướng lắm.
Yeah.
Cái tháng thứ tư nó vô mùa lạnh là cô ở chỗ vùng đó là hồi nốt nó nắng, nó tuyết nhiều á. Trời ơi, đi học tối về lạnh mà đi bộ nè. Cái tối về đó, về 7 giờ tối về, cái buồn quá rầu á, cái biết sao vô phòng, tại ở chung phòng trọ với một cái roommate với con nhỏ kia, cái vô trong phòng tắm nó ngồi khóc ở trong đó, đóng cửa khóc chừng nửa tiếng rồi đi ra, vừa tắm rửa vừa khóc luôn phải không? Cái đi ra tỉnh bơ, nó phải làm lâu nó tao ấy khóc vậy, trong chắc cũng khóc 1 tháng trời. Rồi cái bữa nào nói thôi giờ không khóc nữa, bây giờ dẹp đi học đi ấy đàng hoàng. Thế thành ra là thôi đó.
Tới giờ luôn.
Tới giờ luôn.
Until now, until this odd night at this particular place that transported me back into time or to another dimension where Vietnamese people greet each other in strange ways. On weekends, this cafe hosts a special night where locals, many of them former students who have spent more of their lives in France than in Vietnam, gather and celebrate the Vietnameseness that still remains strongly within them. What do I mean by this? It was a very weird experience for me, but one I truly appreciate because briefly I got to experience and understand a little bit better about the first generation Vietnamese French. And plus there was really good gỏi cuốn here. Maybe it was the gỏi cuốn or the alcohol, but I finally felt what Paris by night was all about.
Raise the roof! This is not awkward at all. This is very normal.
Despite the early awkwardness, I truly appreciate this experience so much, Hang and T, and thank you for inviting me into your world so I can present it to the world. And thank you to all the Vietnamese French out there for keeping the culture alive and well, so well, at least the karaoke and dance moves part of it. For that, I feel very privileged to have been able to see and meet Vietnamese people living in France. They seem to be doing quite well for themselves. And I learned not to mix gỏi cuốn and liquor.
That was nothing short but amazing. Wow, I can't believe such a thing exists in this world, yet alone in Paris. The real Paris by night. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Follow me on social media to stay up to date with what I'm doing and where I'm at. I've been Kyle, and this has been Paris, France. Astonishing. Far from home, but not really. The Vietnamese community here is quite strong. Many people came before 1975 and have fully assimilated to the French culture. It's quite apparent. Yet they're still quite close to Vietnam. And that to me is amazing. The Vietnamese diaspora is quite strong here in Paris, France. Until next time. I'll see you soon. Subscribe if you haven't already. Good night. Or something something in French. See you in Scotland.